Hey, what's up guys? It's me, E-Hookah, and today I got a special video for y'all. I've actually got my hands on one of these liquid electronic hookah pens. Now these are different than... where'd it go? There it is. It's way different than these. These are one-time use. After that starts blinking and you don't get any more smoke out of it, you just toss it. It's done. You can't refill it. These, however, have a little tank in them. You can actually refill them up with liquids. Now these are actually pretty cool because you can actually mix and match as many liquids as you want. They have ones that have no nicotine, and they have it up to like 24 milligrams of nicotine. Now that for me, that's not for me. I don't want that major buzz. But I prefer the ones with no nicotine in it for a couple of reasons. Because for one, I like the taste of the flavor and the smoke. I don't like the buzz that these things give off sometimes. You guys might like it, you guys might not. I'm actually going to show you how to use this thing. How to clean it, how to refill it, how to charge it up, and everything. Now for this time only, I'm going to show you how it works. I have liquid in here already, so I'm going to give you a demonstration. The way these work is, this is the battery. This is the battery you charge up. It unscrews like this, and this is what you charge. There's a recharge cable, which kind of vanished on me for a minute. Oh, there it is. This is the charge cable. This comes undone like this, and it has little grooves on the inside of this. And you just place it in here, and it screws right in. Now the cool thing about these, they made it to where it's a USB. So if you got a USB wall charger, you're good to go. So that's actually very convenient. And the cool thing about these, it has a little light on it. So if it's red, that means it's charging. When it's green, you're good. Now I actually clocked this in. Took under like almost not even an hour to fully charge all the way. Now this one's a smaller battery, so it probably won't take that long to charge up. They do have the bigger batteries. The bigger batteries probably will take an hour or more to charge up. Alright, the flavor I am smoking is Tasty Puff Juice Convicted Melon. Now, Tasty Puff is actually pretty intense on their flavor. It's actually pretty good. Alright, check out the clouds and the flavor out of this thing. Alright. The way these work is you press the button. Kind of lights up like that. You kind of hear the hissing sound. That means it's burning the not the shisha. It's burning the liquid. Now the cool thing about these is there's no tobacco at all. This is all liquid based. They just add the nicotine liquid in it to give you more of a buzz. Or if you don't want the nicotine liquid, then there will be no nicotine. Alright, let's check out the clouds, people. Holy crap. Let's do that far away shot. Not bad for a little thing. Now the downside about this is the more you hold down the button, the more it burns. And the more it burns, the lesser amount of fun time you have with this thing. Now normally with these you have to puff like this. Like that. But if you do it like I did, you probably, cut the time you have with this thing. You have to refill it again. The cool thing about these is if you fill up the whole thing, if you look at the level of it, filling this thing all the way up to here only took about that much. So this thing will last you a pretty long time. Now the taste, however, on this thing, it's actually pretty good. Now on a scale to a hookah, it's not that flavorful. It's not that concrete like you're used to. It's actually pretty nice and enjoyable. It's nice if you are driving or something like that and you're like, oh, I'm bored, I want to do some smoke tricks or something like that. Then these are actually pretty cool. The smoke, however, it differs how big of a hit you take. The big hit I took, I'm going to give that like a 5 out of 5. That was like freaking amazing. I didn't puff that long before, so I didn't know it produced that much heat. That's actually freaking a lot of smoke for this little tiny thing. Not bad. Now, where is it? Not even sure you could see it, but there's like these little lines that give you the gauge of how much is in here. And it goes all the way up to 1.5 milliliters. There's actually bigger tanks than this, so you can put more. I think I've seen some that are like this kind of fat and about this tall. This one is just a new one from Tasty Puff. I got this today. It was actually pretty badass. Again, not so bad on the smoke. Now with these, the way you fill these up, this thing up here, the mouthpiece, actually unscrews. Don't yank it out. Don't do anything like that. Just unscrew it a little bit and it pops out. Now you can see there's this like rubber little washer. Do not ever lose that. That rubber washer, when you plug it in here, you screw it in, you can actually leave it like this in your pocket or something, and the liquid will pop out. If you do lose that thing, the liquid will come out. So that just pops out like that. And you'll see in here there's a little metal tube. Now that metal tube is what, the airway like you see in actually hookah itself. It's like a little airway to where you can get all the flavor and all the smoke and everything. Now if you actually fill this up, I'm going to show you the proper way of trying to fill this thing up. Now you can do it two ways. One, you can actually put this at an angle to where the nozzle is not connecting with the mouthpiece. Oh no, not the mouthpiece, the metal piece. And you just put your liquid in there. Or two, you can actually put both of them on a side. You can just ease this in here. And as you can see, it's kind of filling it up. You fill it to your desired level. Now I do not recommend going past the marker. The marker is there so that you don't fill it up too much that it can possibly, flow out or go down the metal piece. You screw that back in, and there you go. The way you can tell if this thing's almost dead, if you click this and it starts blinking, that means this battery is almost dead. Also, you can also tell if it's almost dead if you don't hear that hissing sound. But yeah, that's how you fill this thing up. Now, as y'all see, there was probably you did see there were some tassels in here. These tassels hold the flavor. Now, I advise whenever you're trying to replace it with a new flavor, unscrew the whole thing, this part and this part. This part will be empty. Once you finish with it, it's going to be can't even speak right now. It's going to be completely empty. And what I do is I drop some water in here and I shake it. I close it up both parts with my fingers. I just close up this part and this part, shake it up and drain it. And I do it over and over and over until the whole thing's clean. That's how I clean mine. It actually works pretty well. But generally, these tanks with the tassels only last for like 2 or 3 months. That's approximately the lifespan of these things. Once that passes those months, the tassels will have absorbed too much flavor, and you won't be able to get the flavor out. You'll have that same flavor all the time. So that's when you gotta go get a new tank, which are not that bad. Instead of having to buy the whole new thing, you can actually buy the tanks, which are pretty cool. Oh yeah, I didn't give a rating on the flavor. The flavor, it's actually not that bad. I give it like a 3 out of 5. It's just not what I'm used to. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not used to I'm not used to this flavor yet. I'm used to the intense flavor I get from hookah. It's nice when you're out and about or you're driving and you're just like, oh, I'm bored or I want something else to do. Or you know what, I feel like having a smoke. This is really good and equivalent to actually stop smoking. That's what a lot of people are trying to do now. They're using these to ease themselves off the nicotine addiction. I can't even speak today. But y'all know what I mean. Overall rating for this whole entire setup, I give it a 4.5 out of 5. Now that is pretty cool. You guys should go pick these up. These things are pretty amazing. You can create your own flavors, own levels of nicotine. You can add like 0 nicotine, 16 nicotine. They have, as I said, 0 through 24. So it actually goes in divisions. It's like 0, 6, 8, 12, 18, and 24. But there are some that have it in between. Like some have like 21 milligrams of nicotine. Some have like 11 or so. It all depends on the maker and everything. Alright, that's been my video for today. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And peace.